Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video I'm going to show you the firmware of 500 3D printer that I recently loaded on my YouTube, and some people asked me about the firmware. So in this video I'm going to show you that how I changes my firmware for MKS Robin Nano V3.1 board. So let's start from the configuration.h file. So you will see a folder of Marlin firmware like this, and in the Marlin folder you will see configuration.h file and configuration.advanced.h file. So you will have to make changes in just these two files. You don't have to change anything in other files. So in configuration.h file you will first see the name of the board. Here you can see the motherboard defined as board MKS Robin Nano V3.1. So this is the board that we are using in our printer, and after that we will define serial port -1. I will explain it later that why we have defined -1. After that, this is DIAG jumpers remove setting if we are using step and direction feature on the MKS Robin board for stepper motors. So this is the baud rate, and after that these are the settings for motor drivers. So I used TMC2209 standalone mode. Standalone mode means step and direction mode on the MKS board. As you know that we have three different modes: SPI mode, UAR mode, and step and direction mode. So I was using step and direction mode, so that's why I defined TMC2209 standalone, and I was using TV660 on Z-axis, and other three axes were using TMC2209. So after that you don't have to change anything in these sections, because these are the mostly settings for multi-extruder and we are just using single extruder. So this is the definition of sensor. So here you can see temperature sensor 0, it is defined as 1, and others are 0. So 0 means that this is the temperature sensor for hot and this is temperature sensor for wet. So both are defined as 1 because these are defined as 1. You can see here 1 is defined for 100 kilo ohm thermistor, and we are using 100 kilo ohm thermistor, so we will define as 1. If you are using any other thermistor, so you can change these settings here. After that, these are the default settings and you don't have to change anything here. So this is the maximum temperature. You can set 300, 280 or 275. So it is up to you that how much maximum temperature you want to reach, and make sure that don't go far away from 300 because we are using NTC thermistors. So these gives accurate values up to 300. So make sure you use value up till 300. So these are the PID settings for extruder, and these are the PID settings for heat bed. And after that, let me show you. This is the thermal runaway protection. Make sure these settings are enabled. This is for 10 and this is for bed. And as we are using Core XY 3D printer, so we have to define Core XY here. And after that, let me take you into the next section. This is the endstop settings. So I was using X min plug, Y max plug, and Z min plug. So it is up to you that where you have defined your limit switch. So in which direction you want to home your 3D printer. So you can check your direction by moving motors, min position and max position. After that you can define your limit home position. So from here you can define your limit positions. So here are the settings for steps per unit, movement settings. So you can see here this is for X, this is for Y, this is for Z, and this is for extruder motor. So mostly we set these values by calibrating. So you can set any value 80 or 100, and here mostly we use 400 for Z-axis if we are using T8 lead screw with 8 mm lead. If we are using T8 lead screw with 2 mm lead, then we will use 1600 steps per unit. So this is extruder steps per unit. So we calibrate it here. So you can calibrate it for your 3D printer by moving from the screen, and you can measure it from the manually and change it from the screen. So this is the max feed rate and this is max acceleration. You don't have to change anything here. If you want to smooth your 3D printing speed, so you can decrease your acceleration here. After that, this is for Z probe setting. In Z probe, we are using BL touch sensor. So we have defined BL touch here. So after defining BL touch, so you will have to define some settings for BL touch sensor. This is for nozzle to probe offset. You will define that how much far away your probe is from the nozzle. So you will check it is 25 mm away from x-axis, minus 7 mm from y-axis, and in z-axis it is minus 2.6 mm away. So this is the feed rate. You can change it here if you feel that your printer is too fast or too slow. So this is the settings for Z Pro, and here you can see that direction of the motors. So if you feel that your direction of x-axis, y-axis or z-axis or e-axis is not going in the direction as you want, that it should go in positive direction or negative direction, so you can change its direction from here. You can change it from true to false, so it will invert the direction of axis. So here, if we have defined max position or min position for end stops, so we will also have to define our own direction here. If we are using min position, then we will define -1. If we are using max position, then we will define 1. So I was using max position in y-axis, so that's why I have defined 1 here and -1 in x and z axis. So this is the bed size for my printer. You can change it according to your printer. And this is for x, y and z. After that, I have defined here filament runout sensor, and you can change it number of filament sensors if you are using more than one. If we have multiple extruders, then we will use more than one filament sensor. So we can change it here, and here you can change the state of filament runout if you want to keep it high or low in use position or free position. So you can change it here if you feel that your printer is uh, using invert position. So here you can see the bed leveling. Make sure you have enabled auto bed leveling by linear. This is for the beer test sensor. If you have After that, this is the LCD bed leveling option. So if you want to see the option in LCD, so make sure these options are enabled. LCD bed trimming. This is for the corner leveling here. You can see the 30 mm offset from each corner. So this is the level corner leveling, and this is Z-safe homing. If you are using beer test, then make sure Z-safe homing is enabled. And after that, these are the Chrome settings. It is up to you if you want to enable it or not. So I'll keep it like this. After that, these are the default settings for PLA and ABS. You can change it according to your filament that you use mostly. So I use mostly PLA and Pepsi and ABS, so that's why I define it here. So mostly PLA and Pepsi settings are almost similar. So that's why I have defined it like this. After that, these are the settings that you can leave it as it is. And In LCD and Sport section, so make sure these settings are enabled: SD Sport and SD Check and Retry. After that, individual axis homing menu. If you want to see individual axis menu, so you can enable it from here. So these are the LCDs that you can define for your 3D printer if you're using LCD other than my LCD. So I was using MKS TS35 LCD, so that's why I have defined it here. MKS TS35 V3.1. So for this LCD, I have defined TFT color UI. These are the three UI for this LCD. So I have defined color UI, and make sure if you are using a Wi-Fi module, then you can enable it from here, but you can use Wi-Fi module in LVGL UI only. So in other modules, it is not acceptable for now. After that, this is the setting for touch screen. If your LCD is compatible with touch screen, then you can enable it from here. So these are the settings in configuration file. So in configuration advanced file, you don't have to change anything. So just one or two settings in advanced file that you need to change for your 3D printer. Here I will search for power loss recovery. So here you can see the power loss recovery feature, that if light goes, so you can resume your printer from LCD. In MKS Robin Nano V3.1 board, you can use either USB port or you can use power loss recovery feature. If you are using recovery feature, then you cannot use USB feature because it used the -1 pin. Uh, in the start, I told you that I will tell you that why we are using -1 pin. So to enable power loss recovery feature, that's why we are using -1 pin on the serial port. So it will directly connect it with the SD card. So it will generate PLR file in the SD card during print. So if power goes out and after restart, you can see the resume option on your screen. That will be your PLR file. So that's why we have defined -1 port. So these are the settings for power loss recovery feature. So these are the settings that you need to enable in your advanced file. After that, I don't think that you need to change anything. So if you want to change baby steps, so you can use baby steps also. Baby stepping here. This should also be enabled if you want to do micro steps in your 3D printer, like small steps. So these are the settings for 3D printer with MKS Robin Nano V3.1 board. So I hope you have understand everything from this video. If you still have any question for your printer or in MKS board, so you can ask me in comment section. And after making the file, make sure you clean it first from here. You can see here, I will clean it here for you. So if you have any recent file, so it will clean it, and after cleaning, so you can see here success, and after cleaning you need to build your file. So it will run all the commands here and it will generate a file .bin file in your folder. So you will see the .bin file in this build folder here. PIO, build and MKS Robin Nano V3.1 board. It will generate all files here, and at the end you will see .bin file. I will show you .bin file. So the file has been generated here. You can see in the .piu folder, and in build folder, after that in MKS Robin Nano V3.1 folder, you will see a Robin Nano V3.win file. So this is the file that you will paste in your SD card and you will upload it in your 3D printer. So that's it for today. So see you in the next video. If you have any question about this, you can ask me in comment section or you can contact me, as I have answered everyone who contacted me on WhatsApp. So if you have any question, you can contact me without any hesitation, and also you can ask me in comment section. I reply everyone. So see you in the next video. Love is.